Presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
The countdown started last night with 13 games to go on the calendar. We're down to 12. The Angels dropped the opener against the Cleveland Indians last night. Tonight they got another opportunity to pick up a game in the standings. It's game 2 against the Tribe here from the Big A. Why do the Angels have an opportunity to pick up ground? Well, because the Minnesota Twins lost to the New York Yankees this afternoon. So the Halos going into play tonight, one back of that wild card number 2 spot. As we welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and I know over the last couple of weeks, especially a lot of fans on Twitter have certainly chimed in with us as far as Mike Trout is concerned. Is he hurt? What's wrong? Is he pressing? Certainly struggling. This is one tough September for Mike Trout, but if the Angels are going to get anything going here over the next 12 games, he's going to have to be a big part of it.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about 222 batting average in the month of September so far for Mike Trout, but you can see some adjustments being made for Trout of late. They've been pitching him in a lot of late. He's trying to get in on the handle of the bat, and Trout has been a little bit more aggressive on pitches inside, pitching a little bit different with Justin Upton behind him. But when you look at the numbers versus a sinker and cutter this season, 398 batting average with 11 home runs. Reason why that's important? Josh Tomlin throws a lot of sinkers and a lot of cutters, and Mike Trout has had a lot of success against Tomlin in his career. Should be a real good combination. You get Trout going, the offense will get going, get a chance to win this game here tonight.
Now the Indians did strike for 3 runs late, but it was a fairly close game. Tyler Skaggs, the bullpen, did a nice job. We'll see what Ricky Nolasco has in store for the Angels. His last start was pretty good against Texas, and we'll see if he can kind of contain this Indians offensive unit. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Brought to you by your local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new $4.99 Smoky Jack Burger Combo with small fries and a small drink. Limited time only. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. Welcome back out to the Big A. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Cleveland Indians. We'll wrap this one up tomorrow afternoon. A 1 p.m. start here at the Big A. But still work to be done here for the Angels with an opportunity to get to within a half game of the second wild card spot. The Minnesota Twins will take on the Detroit Tigers in a 4-game series beginning tomorrow night. Just in case you were curious as far as the schedule, the Angels will play here against Cleveland and head off to Houston, where it doesn't get any easier at Minute Maid Park, a 3-game set beginning on Friday night. Let's take a look at Tito Francona's starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians at 94 and 57, the class of the American League currently. Game number 152. It'll be Lindor, Jackson, Ramirez in the top third of the order. Encarnacion, Bruce, and Santana in the middle third. You got Kipnis, Perez, and Urshela tonight getting to start at third base, and he is batting 9. Taking on Nolasco. This will be his 31st start of the season. 6 and 14 with a 5.11 ERA.
And when you look when Ricky has been successful in his ability to be able to pitch backwards, we've said that a number of times in his starts so far this season. When he gets into those fastball counts, able to throw, whether it's his slow curve slider or splitter, and then when he gets in those counts where they're looking off speed, he's able to get the fastball by him. Very important, especially early on, to put up a 0 or a couple innings of that, and then the offense going against Tomlin tonight.
And I mentioned his last start. I said Texas, but I was just off. Houston. It was in the state of Texas. It was Texas week to start this homestand with both the Astros and the Rangers. But he was very good in that start against the Astros. 2 runs, 4 hits in 6 innings of work, and hopefully he can carry it over against a very good offensive unit of that of the Cleveland Indians. Let's take a look at the defense behind Ricky Nolasco tonight. And it's kind of what we've seen of late of the last several weeks here. It's up to Trout, Calhoun in the outfield, Valbuena, Simmons, Phillips, and Cron from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
And having Anderson Simmons at that shortstop position is very important for Ricky Nolasco. He leads Major League shortstops in zone rating, even better than Francisco Lindor, who won the Gold Glove last year. Lindor this season 4th best, only 4 out of his last 93 games. Has been involved in turning 95 double plays for Anderson Simmons.
Halos with the loss last night now find themselves at 76 and 74 in the season. And here at home, 41 and 35. Francisco Lindor ready to lead things off. Cleveland last night erupted for 14-hit attack, picking up the 6-3 win. Lindor went hitless, went 0 for 4. Potentially walked the 9th inning and scored one of the 3 runs against Bud Norris. First one in their first strike. Tom Hallion, the crew chief tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Mark Ripperger at first, Vic Carapaz at second, Phil Cuzzi over at third. You'll get to see some good strike 3 calls from Tom Hallion. He will ring you up. Ripped foul, 0-2. Just a loud strike.
Ahead of the count 0-2. 89 and 90 so far in the fastball for Nolasco. He's going to be right around 89 to 93 range. Will throw a slider, curveball, and split finger fastball.
Slow breaking ball, down goes Lindor, 1 out.
All of a sudden that 90 looks real firm after coming back with a 71 mile-an-hour slow curve to get a swing and miss for Nolasco. Pretty good sequence. And stayed away with that curveball too. Did not break down and in. Very important to get around that baseball, and he dropped it on the outside part of the plate for a swing and miss.
Saw last night that pitch was rather effective against Lindor, the slow breaking ball. Jackson takes upstairs. Austin had a very good game with a 4-hit game.
It's very important when you throw that slow curve to Lindor to make sure it's on the out middle to middle away, not down and in. Especially when we talk about that launch angle he has created.
One ball, 2 strikes on Jackson. .316 average, 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and there's the ring up by Tom Hallion.
And that's that pitching backwards again. You have Jackson looking off speed, instead gets a fastball outside corner at 91. Good call there by Maldonado to call fastball away. Runs that two-seamer close enough to that outside corner for Tom Hallion, who likes to ring him up. Hey, don't do that too often, man. You'll blow out the back door in that one.
I like that move.
Yes.
2 outs, and here's Jose Ramirez, second baseman. Takes upstairs.
I think he does a lot of stretching exercises before he takes the...
Tom Hallion?
Yes.
I would imagine so.
Behind the plate.
Might be a big yoga guy for all we
has to
we
be.
know.
Very flexible.
Foul tipped into the mid, 1-1. 314 average for Ramirez, 27 home runs, 75 runs batted in. 1 hit last night, but drew 2 walks. On base percentage at .369. 2-1. Off-speed pitch. That looked pretty good.
Looked like Tom Hallion thought about calling that a strike. He had a good view where he was set up to call that one a strike because it was in the strike zone.
Ripped down the line, hits the bag, it's a fair ball. Ramirez will keep on headed towards second base, and that'll go as a double, his 51st of the year.
His 84th extra base hit of the season. And right down the line, looked like Cron was going to be in position to make that play, but off the bag and over his head and in scoring position for Edwin Encarnacion, who's very good as far as driving in runs.
2-hit game last night, had a 2 RBI single in the 9th. .254 average, 36 home runs, 96 runs batted in. Cleveland last night 4 for 9 with men in scoring position. Encarnacion takes a strike. See how frustrated he is. He had a pitch to drive there right over the heart of the plate.
That backed up right in the middle of the plate. Generally, when you're throwing a breaker ball as a right-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter, you want that going down and away. That backed up right into his swing.
One to 1. Second start for Ricky against Cleveland. Faced him at Progressive Field back on July 26th. Took the loss. But gave up just 3 runs. 9 hits and 6 2/3. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. 2-1. Two-out double by Ramirez. He's at second base.
Showing some pretty good patience, even in a RBI situation. Has not chased any of those fastballs off the plate.
Jay Bruce on deck. And there's ball 4. So 2 on with 2 outs.
One thing really that's plagued Ricky Nolasco this season, getting him a couple of quick outs to start an inning and then all of a sudden have some stress. It's a good conversation right now with Maldonado to tell Ricky to go out there and attack the zone like he did the first 2 batters of the game.
Jay Bruce last night, his first 3 at-bats, single, double, triple. Struck out at his last at-bat looking. So he fell the home run shy of the cycle. Swings and misses at the first one. 261 average. Since coming over from the Mets. 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Free agent to be, as is Carlos Santana. Oh, 1 off speed. 0-2.
I think he tried one of those off-speed pitches down and away off the plate again. Remember yesterday, Tyler Skaggs tried to sneak a fastball in on me. He brought his hands in and doubled.
Looks something different there with that delivery.
Yeah, he tried to be a little bit quicker, a little harder slider. Pitch before, a good split.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 2 on. We're in the first.
Didn't quite get that splitter down. Let's play.
Michael Arahu, the Angels PA voice here at the Big A, brings the leather. Makes a nice catch.
Yes, he did.
Quick conversation by Maldonado and Nolasco.
I love what Maldonado does. He looks to see where the hitter's trying to set his foot, his hands, anything to get that little bit of an advantage as a catcher. To look down at the footwork for a hitter, Maldonado will, hands. Sometimes you can sense the hands if they're going to be aggressive or not. That's when you throw something off speed and fade that going down and away.
Lifted out toward shallow left center. Simmons is underneath it. Oh, popped down and makes the barehanded catch.
As only Simba would do. He looked uncomfortable for the first time we've ever seen going back at a pop-up, and he was able to catch it with the bare hand.
Hey, that's one way to pad your highlight reel.
Yes.
Make it interesting, Simba.
We talked about that zone rating. He gets an extra rating on that one.
Look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels. They will have Brandon Phillips leading things off at second, Mike Trout at center, Justin Upton in left, Albert Pujols at DH, Cole Calhoun in right, Andrelton Simmons the shortstop, Luis Valpoint at third, C.J. Cron at first, and Martin Maldonado batting ninth and doing the catching as they take on the 32-year-old right-hander native of Tyler, Texas. It's Josh Tomlin on the mound for Cleveland.
99 marks so far this season. My go-tos to be successful against Tomlin, who throws a lot of sinkers and cut fastballs, is square up that cutter. He will make some mistakes with that pitch. A couple hitters in this lineup for the Angels. Real good numbers against a cut fastball. Get that out with the barrel of the bat before it gets in on the handle. You should have success against Tomlin, especially with the long ball. 20 home runs allowed this season, 126 2/3 innings pitched. He will throw a ton of strikes. He's around the zone. Jump on that cutter.
First one, first strike. He doesn't walk many guys. 14 walks in 126 plus innings this year. Brandon Phillips hitting .258, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs since coming over to the Angels. A couple of strikeouts last night, going 1 for 4.
And he's not going to wow you with velocity on his fastballs. 84 to 90 range. Will throw a cutter. There's about 36% of his pitches are cutters. That curveball there and changeup.
One and two.
He throws 36% of his pitches are fastballs. A ton of cutters and curveballs and some changeups.
Got him swinging. Down goes Phillips, 1 out. Check out the defense for Cleveland tonight. The only difference really is over at third base with Urshela getting the start instead of Yandy Diaz. Everyone else the same as we saw last night.
Kipnis getting his 3rd start season out in center field. Played exclusively at second base, just under 800 starts, 795 starts, but did play outfield in college alongside Cole Calhoun at Arizona State. But with their situation they have set up in center field, he may get some shots to be able to play there even in the postseason. That's why you're seeing some games now where Kipnis getting some reps out in center. Terry Francona's team knowing you don't have Zimmer, you don't have Brantley available.
0-2 count on Trout. 311 average on the season. 29 home runs, 65 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. Now this one. Straight back pitch, it was up.
And Tomlin not overpowering. There's a lot of sinkers and cutters like we talked about in the opening. But they're seeing what's been successful against Trout, especially in the month of September. Fastballs in. He's got a couple of them up so far in the sequence. Tried it again. That was over the plate, and that almost got crushed.
Breaks his bat. Pops from the shallow center. Ramirez makes the catch. The barrel ends up down the left field line in the outfield grass. Again, getting jammed.
Pretty good route by Ramirez to run that one down. That was pretty quick on that first step. Off the bat, you think maybe that could fall into the outfield, but Ramirez, solid play. Runs that fastball in. Shatters the bat. Just the hand to left with Trout. See that quick, good angle that Ramirez took. Did he run that one down? And how Tomlin's successful throwing that fastball in as he drops that wrist enough to run it in on him.
Upton lines with the center field. Kipnis going back on it. It's over his head. One hops the fence. Justin will turn on the afterburners and stroll into second with a 2-out double. Not wasting any time, just jumping on that first pitch. That's his 43rd double of the season.
Yeah, hitters this season against that first pitch against Tomlin, 348 with 6 home runs. You jump on that first pitch and put it in play. Try to go back in again. This time it's down the heart of the plate. Same thing for Upton versus sinkers and cutters. Great batting average. He jumped on that one, and Kipnis still trying to get acclimated to center field, especially something hit right at him and over his head. Not an easy play, but you don't have a lot of reps out in center.
So the Indians had a man in scoring position in the top of the first. Halos get one in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. Pujols at the plate, full shift on. 3 infielders on the left side. First pitch breaking ball, misses inside. Albert at 242 on the year. 0 for 4 last night. 22 home runs, 96 runs batted in.
Looking for his first career hit against Tomlin. 0 for 6. For the season, Upton's having 75 extra base hits, 43 doubles, 32 home runs.
One ball, 2 strikes. Albert, since his 9-game hitting streak came to an end on September the 12th against Houston. Total of 3 hits. In the last 7 games.
There was a cutter too, was out over the plate. Albert tried to pull it.
Tomlin strikes out Pujols, and the Angels leave that 2-out double stranded in scoring position. We'll head to the second with no score. '18 Angels season seats and receive pre-sale access to 2017 playoff options. Go to angels.com/season seats, or as always, you can call 888-796-HALO. Top of the second with no score. Santana, Kipnis, and Perez against Ricky Nolasco. Slow breaking ball and first strike.
Seeing both pitchers throwing that slow breaking ball between 72 and 74 miles per hour.
One to one. Santana, their first baseman, came up as a catcher. It's a nice job learning first base. Handled it well. Has handled it well. I mentioned free agent to be. Well, a few decisions the Indians have to make in the offseason. Shows up every day. Answers the bell. 23 home runs this year. 78 RBIs. He's ahead of the count at 2-1.
62 extra base hits. Always has been a patient hitter, a doubles machine.
That's ripped down the line. Saying into the corner. Santana headed to second. We'll stop there with a leadoff double. That's his 37th of the year.
Yeah, he's super quick with his hands. Get that through the zone. Pitch belt high, and he hooked that right down the line for a double, leadoff double for the Cleveland Indians.
Kipnis last night went 0 for 3. And will take just above the strike zone. The ball one. 224 batting average. I think just his 82nd game. That is out for the alley right center field. 1-0 Cleveland. Back-to-back doubles to start the second.
This pitch ended up fastball right down the heart of the plate. Kipnis staying back, still trying to get his timing together, coming back from an injury to hamstring. Lines this one to the gap. Another double for Cleveland.
First pitch breaking ball for a strike. Perez last night had a couple of hits, a single and a home run, went 2 for 4. 224 batting average, 7 jacks, and 36 runs batted in. Angels play from behind, down 1-0 here in the second. 1-1. Velo had ticked down for Nolasco. That last pitch 90, the one that Kipnis hit, mentioned 88 miles per hour.
Generally, he's going to be at the low end, would be 89 to 93 range with his fastball velocity.
1-2.
Perez didn't like that call. Nolasco got the benefit of that call. It's a little bit off the inside corner.
One-two. Slow breaking ball, tap foul.
And this is going to be a quick conversation about location of that pitch. That pitch ran on the inside part of the plate on a curveball.
One-two count, nobody out. Back-to-back doubles by Santana and Kipnis here in the second. Jack swing, they wanted to appeal, did not go. 2-2, pretty close.
I'd like to see that side angle. Looked like he crossed the plate on that one.
You ask, we deliver, Gooby.
Yes. And he went.
Man, did he ever. Full count. And Nolasco's calling Maldonado out. There's something bothered Ricky. That last pitch, 88.
Anytime you have a catcher, especially when you bring out a catcher as a pitcher, there's something you're not feeling real comfortable with. And Velasco's had some issues in the past with his calf as he drives towards that home plate area.
Bouncer toward third. Valbuena's going to have to come in on it. One down, holds Kipnis at second base.
Big out, forces Kipnis to go back to the bag. Unproductive out for Perez.
Giovanni Urshela, third baseman. .217 average. 6 doubles, 13 runs batted in. 0 for 1 yesterday. Came in defensively and had 1 plate appearance. The breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. One pitch. 1-2. Or pardon me. Yeah, 1-2. Psyched me out there for a second.
Yeah. It's a sharp slider. It's
Yeah.
quick.
It was quick. I was hoping it counted for 2 strikes. The at bat was over. About to throw his 40th pitch. We're in the 2nd inning. Top of the order on deck and Lindor. This one shot to Cron. 2 down. Right at CJ.
He stayed back very well in that high fastball, lined it well, but Cron playing well off the bag there. But catch that liner.
I think Maldonado and Nolasco have met their quota as far as meetings are concerned here in the 2nd.
Well, I was watching the Yankee game today with Severino on the mound and Sanchez. There was quite a few visits there. A lot of visits.
It's got to stop. What's the point of having a scouting meeting to go over hitters? Telling you, the more I think about it, the more I like Eric Nadell's idea. Limit meetings by players on the mound to 1 per half inning. Anything else, you just start counting balls to the hitter that's at the plate.
That would stop meetings.
No doubt. Check swing did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And twice in this at bat, Velasco's thrown curveballs inner part of the plate and down against Lindor. Got him swinging and missing that first at bat on a curveball that was on the outside part of the plate, a little bit off the outside corner. Showed that graphic last night as far as launch angle this season for Lindor. It's a dangerous spot to throw a curveball. Batting from the left side for Lindor against Velasco tonight.
Kipnis at second base. Lindor flips it foul. 1-2. Out to right field. Cole's got to go back on it. And then Nolasco, after giving up back-to-back doubles to start the second, limits it to just 1 run. 1-0 Cleveland as we head to the bottom of the second.
The Angels, bottom of the second. My Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Tomlin and the Cleveland Indians. Going a little warrant. Down, boys. Bring that sinker down. Cutter down in the strike zone. So far, Tomlin in that first inning, do a few more four-seamers and pitches elevated to get some outs. Bring that down in the strike zone. Better success against Tomlin for the Angels hitters.
Cole rips one out to right field. This one chasing Jay Bruce back at the wall, off the wall. Calhoun on his way to second. He is in there with a leadoff double.
He tried to go downtown on that swing off the wall for Cole. 23rd double of the season. It's that little sinker that stayed elevated enough where he drove that one off the wall. That lateral movement on the sinker, that's what you want as a hitter. He got it, and he capitalized on that very first pitch. A couple times in this game, a couple doubles on first pitch swinging against Tomlin. Bruce played that one well, but Cole head first slide in for a double.
Well, if the Angels are following the script that the Indians wrote in the top of the inning, that means Andrelton Simmons should have a double and an RBI here to tie this one up at 1. Both teams getting runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the first. Both putting up a goose egg in that first inning.
Cole, that 23rd double, had a career high 35 last season. And that's one of those pitches too for Andrelton Simmons. He can punch that ball to the right side of the infield at the very least. He cannot try to pull that curveball, especially that far off the corner.
One ball, 1 strike. Tomlin, a 19th round pick out of Texas Tech by Cleveland back in 2006. 13-game winner last year, career high for him. 30 games, 29 starts. Both of those career highs for him as well. 2-1. 3-1. Slow breaking ball.
Not a bad idea to try to push bunt down that first base line to advance Calhoun to third.
Well, especially where Santana's playing too, so far off of first base, you get him to field that ball to his right. It becomes a foot race with Tomlin.
And Sim, we know those long, quick strides he has. It would be a difficult play.
3-1. He'll line this with the center field. That will get down for a base hit. Cole had to stop, make sure that ball got down. So back-to-back hits for the Angels to start. Runners at the corners with nobody out, and Valbuena coming up.
You know, it's good to see that type of swing. Line that right back up the middle for Andrelton Simmons. Little cut fastball that was up above the belt. Lines it right back up the middle. The 2 toe taps and then lines it up the middle. Elevated pitches he's hit very well this entire season.
Valbuena hitting 196, 21 home runs and 58 RBIs. Cleveland looking for that double play ball. Luis swings at a pitch that was nowhere near the strike zone, and it's 0-1. Oh for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk last night. Quick throw to first. Andrelton's back. Valbuena's never faced Tomlin. 1-1. Cole standing at third base, Simmons at first. 2-1. Tomlin's been a little bit better out on the road this year than at home. 4.68 ERA away from Progressive Field. 5.35 there. Upstairs 3-1.
Pretty close. Could have been easy call to strike. A lot of room that left side of the infield. Staying away. 3 of the 4 pitches. A couple elevated. A lot of room right here for Valbuena to line one there through that gap. But also trying to get something hit in the air, at the very least, to bring home Cole with the tying run.
One foul back. Good pitch to drive there. Reset and do it again. Nice opportunity here for the Angels to put up 1, if not more runs. You'd like to see a crooked number on the board here in the second. Cleveland got one in the top of the inning. Back-to-back doubles by Santana and Kipnis. Cron on deck. Strikes out. 1 out.
Boy, last night in a similar situation with Cole Calhoun at third. win at first. Put on a double steal, but when it brought that throw as Perez threw, and a great read, I should say, by Cole. As soon as that baseball was thrown by Perez, easily scores. At that point, the first run of the game for the Angels to cut that lead to 2-1. But good base running last night by Cole, not only on that play, but throughout the game for Cole.
Cron takes a strike. CJ at 258 average. Didn't like that call by Tom Halley. Cron a 1 for 3 game. Checked that 1 for 2 last night. Reached on a catcher's interference, so no plate appearance charged. Or at bat, I should say. CJ 0 for 3 in his career against Tomlin. 1 ball and strike. Simmons on the move, prone, yanks it foul. 1-2. Pitch up and in.
Hamilton just 1 stolen base from 20, already a career high as it is.
Leadoff double by Calhoun, moved to third on the single, I should say, by Simmons. Buena struck out. 1-2 count on Cron. Two.
Trying to get him to chase something out of the strike zone there with a fastball. Not be surprised to see that cut fastball now.
That's line to left center field, a base hit. Cole will come in to score. Simmons will stop at second. Cron ties it up, picking up his 53rd run batted in.
And he got one of those cut fastballs. It was elevated enough just to get enough of the baseball in the barrel of the bat to get it over Lindor's head to tie the game up. Yeah, a little cut fastball, but it stayed up just above the belt. Almost becomes a cutter like that is like a flat slider. Becomes a very hittable pitch. Picks up that RBI, 53rd of the season for Cron.
There's Martin Maldonado. 222 batting average for Martin. 1 for 2 last night with a single. He'll ground this one toward first. Santana has its only place to first base. 2 down. Nice little footwork there by CJ Cron.
He almost got screened. I know we had Duck Night here last night. That was a little bit of a screen on Santana. Almost got by him. Although Ramirez was going to be in position to make that play. Tomlin, anytime as a pitcher, you're always going to have to go right to that bag. Anything hit that right side of the infield. There's plenty of time to get the second out, but 2 runners in scoring position for Brandon Phillips, where he has excelled in these situations, situational type hitting. Trying to drive in potentially 2 runs here.
Phillips struck out in the first. It's a slow breaking ball for a strike. One game here in the second. Maybe that back still bothering Phillips.
He didn't look comfortable in that follow through in that breaking ball, especially with a slow curveball like that. Now he got him out the first at bat with a high fastball, up and in. Back to look at that swing on that second pitch on the curveball. Pulled off that pitch. See that uncomfortable swing. A little bit of a lower back issue. Missed a couple games with that.
Gallo remains at a ball and 2 strikes.
That's 28 at bats with runners in scoring position for Phillips. 9 hits. It's a .321 batting average. Cole, who doubled to start off this inning on the first pitch he saw, scored a tying run.
Guy in the front row jumped up for the baseball, which he didn't need to jump up for it. It hit him right in the chest and it fell down at the lower level. Looked good though.
Phillips again on that swing didn't really look comfortable. He's trying to punch a hit into the outfield.
Ground ball to short. Lindor is there. So it took a while for both teams in the second inning and each get 1 run. We're tied as we head to the third.
Of the third inning, I'm Alex Curry, and since joining this team, Justin Upton has been a perfect fit for the Angels. Earlier today, Justin told me that it's been a very easy transition for him into this Angels clubhouse because it's such a great group of guys. They know the position that they're in this playoff race, and most importantly, they're having fun and they're prepared. He also said that it's been an absolute pleasure playing next to Mike Trout, seeing what he's able to do firsthand. He's definitely a special player that lives up to all of the hype. He's every bit as good as everyone says he is. He also added that every time Trout comes to the plate, it feels like an event because everyone stops to see what he does in Gooby. He just hopes that they can see more of that down the stretch.
Well, no doubt. And what he's done this season as far as career high, as far as home runs with 32, RBI total, career high, 75 extra base hits this season for Justin Upton.
Velasco delivers a breaking ball for a strike to start the third. It'll be Jackson, Ramirez, and Encarnacion.
10 extra base hits, including 10 RBI as a member of the Angels for Justin Upton.
Jackson struck out looking in the first. The 2 strikeouts for Velasco. He struggled in the second as far as the pitch count and command, but settled down after giving up back-to-back doubles to start that second to get the next 3 guys. Lifted out to right. Brings up Ramirez.
Second baseman, number 11, Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez picked up his 51st double in the first inning. Go with 6 triples, 27 home runs, 75 runs batted in.
Well, when you look at the hot zone, especially hitting from that left side for Ramirez this season, anywhere in the middle of the plate, he's going to hit it hard, trying to get him out upper part of the strike zone more than the other spot. Still decent batting averages, but that's where you're trying to get him upstairs. That double, his first at bat, middle away, and he turned on it.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Cron will take this one himself.
And that's that lower part of the strike zone, down and away. Not quite as high a batting average on that pitch down there. Got him out in front, rolled over, hit a ground ball to first base. Good spot there for Velasco against Ramirez.
Edwin Encarnacion. And a base on balls in the first inning. The only walk issued by Ricky. One.
Tried a couple fastballs in a row off the plate. 90, and then that one at 91.
Out towards center field. Trout coming in and to his right makes the catch in a 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Nolasco as we head to the bottom of the third. Trout to lead things off for the Angels in a 1-1 game. Celebration in the Gay One Music Garden on September 29th and 30th with the Mariners in town. Enjoy beer from local breweries, live music, and more. For more information, just go to angels.com. As Trout is set to lead things off here in the third, a 1-1 game. It'll be followed by Upton and then Pujols.
When that last at bat got jammed, broke his bat on a fastball in. 5 for 7 in his career versus Tomlin for Trout. Going back in again. That pitch stayed right middle of the plate, lower part of the strike zone. The exact spot Trout would love to see that pitch.
Back inside. This one ripped down the line, and Urshela with a terrific backhanded play throws out Trout. One down. That ball was smoked.
Urshela is a great fielding third baseman. A lot on that throw also. This baseball was crushed by Trout. One hopper, almost by him when he got to that one. You know that arm strength he has, a firm throw to get Trout by a half a step. Trout can't hit a baseball much harder than that. Urshela with a great play. At third though.
Upton saw one pitch in the first inning and doubled to straightaway center field. 43rd double of the year to go with 32 home runs, 104 runs batted in.
Have it playing the hot corner. That baseball off the bat of Trout, exit velocity 109 miles per hour. You got to have some quick reflexes to make a play like that.
With Tomlin on the mound, you figured that's why Francona's got Urshela in the lineup, playing third base instead of Yandy Diaz. Take the better glove with the numbers that Tomlin has allowed this year as far as batting average against and putting balls in play, compared to that of Clevenger. And that's why Diaz was over there last night. Broken bat, little liner up the middle. 2-hit game for Upton.
That batting average now over 300 wearing that Angel uniform with that base hit up the middle. 2 for 2 tonight.
Well, his last 8 at-bats had resulted in extra base hits. Now he picks up just a measly old single.
So you might as well steal second. Although not easy to steal against Tomlin. He's only allowed 1 stolen base and 2 attempts against him this season. Quick to the plate. Generally, you're going to put a hit and run on with Tomlin on the mound. You can put the ball in play by putting a hit and run on. Difficult to straight steal against him.
A rephrase here. I may have said at bats for Upton. Last 8 hits, extra base hits for Upton.
That'd be really hot then.
Yeah.
We can see how quick he is to the plate. Oh, nice play right below us. Straight back over the screen. And a nice play. Knew he had it all along.
Albert struck out in the first. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Tomlin. No walks. 4 hits allowed. Check that 5 hits now with the Upton single. Albert now 0 for 7 in his career against the Indians starter. Throw to first. Upton's back. Calhoun on deck. Breaking ball over to third. Urshela to Ramirez. On the first round, the hole, another play inning over. We'll head to the 4th inning. A 1-1 game. Down scoreboard mentioned earlier, the Minnesota Twins lost. The New York Yankees got swept by the Yankees. In fact, 11-3 the final today. Kansas City 15-5. Mike Moustakas, the new home run leader in most home runs in a season. breaking Steve Bye-Bye Balboni's record.
Texas now ahead of Seattle. They were down 1-0, now up 3-1.
Balboni apparently sent a videotape message to Moustakas. This was grounded toward the middle, and the breaking ball is hit for a single to start off the 4th inning by Jay Bruce.
And speaking of home runs, our showstopper around the majors in Yankee Stadium. Aaron Judge, a 2-run home run to right field, 45th home run of the season, followed up. Gary Sanchez did dead center field, Monument Park. Back-to-back belly-to-belly home runs. They were down 3-0. They tied up at 3 eventually. End up scoring 11 runs and winning 11-3 against Minnesota.
Santana takes a strike. Led off the second with a double. Single by Bruce and snapped the string of 6 straight retired by Ricky. Alaska with 23 pitches in the first, 22 in the second, just 13 in the third. 61 pitches overall now.
He's had 11 double plays turned behind him this season. Would love to get number 12 here. It's a pretty good splitter. Similar to the pitch was called a strike early in the bat, right down that outside corner, easily in the strike zone.
3-1. Kipnis on deck. First 2 have reached to start the 4th. Second walk by Nolasco. Here comes Kipnis. Shot a double up the alley in right center field. Picked up our RBIs, 31st of the year.
Kipnis so far this season has not hit into a double play.
2 sacrifices this year, but I can't imagine he'd be doing that where he's batting in the order with Perez on deck. That's upstairs, 1-0.
Generally, Terry Francona teams don't do a whole lot of sacrifice bunting.
Done so more so this year over their opponents, 23-15. Two balls, no strikes. Single by Bruce, walk to Santana, 2-0 count on Kipnis. Moving in the Angels' pen. 2-1.
That could have been an easy call to ball there. Blake Wood warming up in the bullpen.
Looks like he's throwing that weighted ball.
That's what I felt like in my last year or so.
Everything felt like a bowling ball.
Yes. Except without the good sink on it.
That's just because you had good spin rate.
Yes. It's all about the spin rate.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Nobody out here in the 4th, a 1-1 game. Cued toward third. Valbuena goes to second for 1. Relay back to first down at top.
I think you almost take that play right at third base.
Absolutely. And keep the double play in order.
Yes.
So you'd have first and second with 1 out. That ball was hit too slowly to turn a double play.
Yeah, Kipnis runs. We talked about he hasn't hit him a double play this season, even though he's been dealing with a hamstring issue this season. Just take that play at third base. I think that even shocked Andrelton Simmons at the bag there.
So Bruce over at third, Kipnis at first. Roberto Perez at the plate. He grounded out to Valbuena on the second. Kipnis 5 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. One to one. Good spot.
He's been relying on his breaking ball, whether it's his curveball or slider, along with his splitter a lot in this game.
Pretty good lead for Kipnis over at first. Fastball. Perez was on it.
That's why he's been relying on that breaking ball, because he hasn't really had the good velocity on his fastball that we've seen, at least in the low 90s from the last go. He's been 88, 89, touched 91 once. Could use that second strikeout of the game right now. Pretty good scoop on that pitch in the dirt.
It's a fastball in the dirt.
Most times when you're a pitcher, you throw a fastball in the dirt like that, you're not fully committed to that pitch.
Surprised he went back to it
Yes.
after the foul ball by Perez on the previous pitch. Or they might have been susceptible maybe to a slider away.
We saw what he could do as far as driving the ball the other way when it's an elevated fastball. We saw that last night. Well, it's the second time in this game where it looked like Perez could have been rung up on a check swing. First time he definitely crossed the plate. And the second time he definitely crossed the plate.
Figured Kipnis will be on the move now with 1 out. Rochelle is on deck. 1-1 game. We're in the 4th.
And Kipnis looked like he's going.
Kipnis doesn't go. Perez strikes out swinging. 2 down.
Like a split. So more of a backup slider. Had that running action most times a split finger would do. Sliders go the other way.
Here's Urshela, the third baseman, lined out to Cron in the first inning. 2 outs, 1-1 game. Runners at first and third. Line down the line. Urshela jumping on that off-speed pitch. 1 run is in. Kipnis racing toward third. He's going to be stopped there. And Cleveland has retaken the lead 2-1. Urshela with his 14th RBI.
This is 7th extra base hit of the season. And Bruce scores a run. Very similar to that breaking ball right there, a lot of the plate.
Nice job by Justin Upton to cut it off before it got into that corner. Otherwise, Kipnis is coming around to score.
Intentional walk to Lindor.
Lindor 0 for 2. We'll load him up now with an intentional walk. Did not work out well for the Angels last night when he got intentionally walked. Austin Jackson then delivered in the 9th inning last night with an RBI single. So bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-1 Cleveland, top of the 4th. Jackson 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, a fly ball to right in the 3rd inning.
You talk about a big moment now, Victor, for Velasco and the Angel. This is the moment right now you have to get Jackson out, keep it just a 2-1 deficit. You have Jose Ramirez on deck, and he's been very good the last couple of seasons with runners in scoring position.
2-0. Blake Woods ready to go in the bullpen. Kipnis at third base. Urshela at second. Lindor at first. Bouncer toward third. Valbuena. It's across the diamond. Third out is recorded, but Cleveland retakes the lead. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Indians as we head to the bottom of the 4th. On FS1 with the postseason approaching, it's Brian Dozier and the Twins taking on Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers. Thursday at 4 Pacific on FS1 as we begin the bottom of the fourth here. Angels trying to pick up the other half game with a victory tonight on the Minnesota Twins. Currently one back with the Twins loss, I should say, to the Yankees earlier this afternoon. Texas, by the way, leading 7-2 in the bottom of the fourth. So Texas on the heels of the Angels. Kansas City also won.
And Cleveland, knowing that the Dodgers lost again, they're trying to win their 95th game here tonight too. So they're still in that mode of trying to win as many games as possible. This is a very difficult team to pick up those W's against.
Yeah, Dodgers 56 losses, Indians 57 losses.
Yes,
for the best overall record. Cole 1 for 1. He doubled to right field, leading off the second. Scored on the Cron single. One to two. Double for Cole, his 23rd.
Remember, he jumped on that first pitch fastball, a couple curveballs in a row, another all-speed pitch.
Bounce for foul. And since we're getting to that point of down to 12 games the rest of the season for the Angels, tiebreaker-wise, Twins won the series against the Angels. Texas won the series against the Angels. Kansas City won the series against the Angels. Just in case there's any type of a tiebreaker situation. Cole down, swinging for the first down. Fourth strikeout for Tomlin.
Well, you just have that feeling. It's certainly going down to that last weekend, if not a play-in game on Monday.
Or games.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. A lot of people were saying that lately they think there could be 3 or 4, maybe 5 teams. Well, it may be difficult to imagine that, but no one seems to be jumping out ahead. Minnesota was playing well, then had a tough time in New York. The Angels all of a sudden have not been swinging the bats as well as we saw on that long road trip and then the beginning of the homestand.
Minnesota's got 7 left with the Tigers and 3 against Cleveland. Ball and a strike. Simmons 1 for 1. He had a single to center in the second.
So break a ball away, fastball in. See if he stays that same pattern. We'll go fastball in after that break a ball, slow break a ball.
Three-one pitch on the way, and that is a strike right on the corner. Full count with Valbuena on deck. Called strike 3. That one a little bit off the plate. Simmons didn't like it. Hallion rings him up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tomlin.
And the one thing about Tom Hallion, he doesn't call a lot of strikes early in counts, but when he has 2 strikes on the batter, it seems like he'll expand the strike zone, and that's exactly what he did here. This pitch was off the plate, and he rings him up. Tomlin, not a big strikeout guy, but 5 strikeouts in this game.
Valbuena struck out his first time up, grounds this one softly towards second. Orioles very quietly go down in order in the fourth. We'll head to the fifth inning with Cleveland up 2-1. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. By Fios by Frontier. Get the best price ever on Fios TV, internet, and voice by Frontier. Visit fiosbyfrontier.com today. To top of the fifth inning, 2-1 Cleveland. They will have 3-4-5 coming up. To face Ricky Nolasco, it'll be Ramirez, Encarnacion, and Bruce. 79 pitches for Nolasco through 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Ended up facing 7 batters in the fourth inning, leaving them loaded after getting Austin Jackson to ground out with the bases loaded to end that fourth inning. Ramirez doubled off the first base bag in the first inning, grounded out to Cron in the third, so he's 1 for 2.
Blake Wood and Jose Alvarez both up, ready to go if Cleveland gets any base runners here.
2-1. CJ's got it. 1 down.
Twice now Ramirez has grounded out to CJ Cron at first base.
Encarnacion 0 for 1. A walk and a fly ball to left. He had taken a couple of first pitch strikes. He figured, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Here, no matter what, just in case. 0-2. That pitch off the plate. Maldonado set up.
That was almost back in the day with the Atlanta Braves pitching staff to set up in the other batter's box.
In the playoffs with Eric Gregg behind the plate.
Philly guy, by the way.
Down goes Encarnacion, just blew it right by him at 91.
No, again, you pitch backwards, got a fastball. He was looking all speed. That fastball by him. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Two-seamer upstairs, though, with running action, gets a swing and miss. So he's looking to try to drive something. He was anticipating something, whether it's a curveball or slider, got a fastball instead.
Jay Bruce had a base hit to lead off the fourth. Came around to score the double by Urshela. Ball and a strike. What a move too by Cleveland to pick up Jay Bruce with the injury to Michael Brantley and the unknown timetable whether or not he would actually come back. Turned down Brantley. He's going to be out for a little bit while longer. May not even be eligible or even be able to play in the postseason.
The way it sounds, he'll be just maybe as a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
He was having a very good season too. Finally healthy. I think it's a random play trying to cover some ground in the outfield. Hurt the ankle.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Talk about a real good guy. Michael Brantley. Excellent guy. Very good player. Francona has really developed a good rapport with his players here in Cleveland.
Bruce hits one out toward right center field. Might hang up for Trout. He'll get there. A 1-2-3 fifth inning for Ricky Nolasco ahead of the bottom of the frame. The Angels have 8-9-1 coming up. Down a run. Dave Wanstead, Colin Cowherd, and Michael Vick have all the latest breaking news and updates you need to start your football Sunday. Fox NFL kickoff Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific. CJ Cron to lead things off with the Halos here in the bottom of the fifth. Down a run. It's 2-1 Cleveland. Cron, Maldonado, then Phillips. Tomlin coming off a 1-2-3 fourth. A couple of strikeouts. First time he's retired the sign-in order. Second time he's faced the minimum of 3. Got a double play ball off the bat of Pujols in the third. 2-0.
2-0 count. You would think as a hitter sit fastball. This time the whole throw is cutter.
That is out toward left and deep. We are tied at 2. Game of Crones. 16th of the season.
Cleveland 2, C.J. Cron 2 RBI, home run there on that cut fastball. Just Tomlin, he was sitting on it looking for it, right to that barrel of the bat. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Exit velocity off the bat, 110 miles per hour on that cutter. Got the barrel of it, and they created the lift, the launch angle, and drives it out, well out to left field for C.J. Cron. 16th home run, 2 RBI in the game for Cron. Well, that baseball went a long, long way. Again, jumping on that cutter we talked about as far as go-tos to have success against Tomlin. A couple cutters, a couple RBI for C.J. Cron.
Ball on a strike on Martin Maldonado, who grounded out to Santana in the second. Breaking ball popped up to shallow center. Lindor calling everybody off, makes the catch, 1 out.
That was very important for Lindor to really call that and wave off, especially Kipnis. Not a lot of experience out in center coming in on that baseball. Good communication there to make that play.
Oh, 1 count on Phillips. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the second. That's out toward deep left field. Jackson giving chase. He's not going to get there. Short hops the fence. Phillips turns it on. He's in at second with a 1-out double. 4th since joining the Angels.
And 31 total on the season for Brandon Phillips. All of a sudden, some better swings against Tomlin. That's second and third time through. Second time through, 311. Third time through, 327 against Josh Tomlin. And that pitch drifted over the plate and off the wall, high off the wall, the Jersey Mike sign in left center field by the 390 spot.
Speaking of Jersey Mike, he's 0 for 2 tonight with a pop up to second and a ground ball to third, although the ground ball to third is more of a missile at 109 miles per hour off the bat. A nice play by Urshela.
We looked at numbers against Tomlin this season at second and third time through, especially the third time through. Batting average, mentioned that one earlier, 327. First time through, 258. Second time, 311. But the third time through, it's been a struggle for him. Already a double by Phillips.
2-1. Action in the Indians' pen. Tomlin's at 73 pitches. Good lead for Phillips at second with 1 out. 2-1. Breaking ball underneath it. Out to left. Tomlin hung that one. Jackson puts it away for out number 2.
Well, you talk about getting away with a breakable, hanging breakable hard of the plate. That's exactly what happened with Tomlin. Now just underneath it, you see the reaction for Trout. Knew he had a pitch. He doesn't miss that curveball like that too often. Generally a little bit more short and compact through the baseball. A little longer of a swing on that one. That's why you see that fly ball to the left.
Tyler Olson getting ready.
This conversation, I think, Victor, is Perez with Tomlin is already in this game. Upton, double, single against them. He's got Pujols out on a strikeout and a ground ball double play to third. Basically not going to give him anything to hit.
Right. And Pujols remains hitless in his career against Tomlin. .362 batting average with men in scoring position for Upton. Go ahead run at second base.
I think if he throws another wide one here that far off the plate, Terry Francona just might put him down at first.
I'm a little surprised that he hasn't.
Yes.
One ball, one strike.
.383 batting average with runners in scoring position since July 21st for Justin Upton. Maybe a break there. That was called a strike. That could easily have been a ball.
One. Ground ball to short. Trying to pull that pitch. Lindor's got it. In scoring position, but do tie it up on the C.J. Cron home run, 16th of the season. We head to the 6th, a 2-2 game.
Cron on a 2-0 pitch. Got a cutter out over the plate. 16th home run. The game tied at 2. Unlimited baseball break. Kansas City all over Toronto, in Toronto, 15-5. Mike Moustakas breaking the home run record in the single season by Steve Balboni with his 37th. Milwaukee had a chance to tie Colorado in the wild card race. Lost that one, a walk-off by Adam Frazier, 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth for Pittsburgh as they beat Milwaukee 6-4. Let's take a look at our showstopper around the majors going back to that game in Toronto. Mike Moustakas looking to break bye-bye Balboni's single season home run record. Does so. Home run number 37 for Moose as he breaks that record for Kansas City. 37th home run of the season for Moustakas, pride of Chatsworth High School.
Yusmeiro Petit takes over here in the 6th inning. A 2-2 game courtesy of C.J. Cron. Petit pitching in his 56th ball game this year. One start. He's 5-0 with a 2.09 ERA. 92 strikeouts, 16 walks, and 86 innings of work. And he delivers a first pitch strike. Nolasco, 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 runs, both earned. No balls, 2 strikes on Carlos Santana. 1 for 1 with a double and a walk.
Pretty solid job by Nolasco tonight. 2 runs allowed against a very hot lineup for Cleveland.
Two and two.
It's a good spot. Easy.
Yeah.
Could and should have been called a strike.
It's a really good pitch.
See where this is located. Lower part of the strike zone, all over the lower part of the strike zone, not called.
Kipnis on deck, then Perez. Count remains full. Home run by Cron, by the way, 437 feet to tie this one up. Down goes Santana, 1 away.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. Nice job of calling that changeup and framing that well to get the swing and miss. Maldonado leads the Bigs in games caught. The 2 Angels have ever led the American League over a full season. Buck Rogers and Bob Boone. Right now, Maldonado leading that category in the Bigs. That's a great pitch. Changeup, 3-2.
One ball, no strikes on Kipnis, the center fielder. Doubled home run in the second. Reach on the fielder's choice in the fourth. Kipnis hits one out to deep right. Cole moving back, backpedaling out of the track, and he'll make the catch. 2 down.
Runs down a long fly by his ex-teammate in college. Hit well by Kipnis, but Cole Calhoun runs it down at the wall. The back pedal reaches up, gets that second out.
Two outs, nobody on. Perez, the catcher, 0 for 2. Merrill Petit has been as solid as any bullpen piece the Angels have run out there this year.
giving you multiple innings when needed. Perez hits one out toward left. Upton moving back. Perez got it off the end of the bat. Then a 1-2-3, 6th inning. Yusmeiro Petit. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 game. Pujols lead things up. Baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by Subaru. Love it out there. Find it in the all-new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. And by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 2-2 game. Tomlin's back down for the bottom of the 6th inning. At least to start, it'll be Pujols, Calhoun, and Simmons. The Indians have double barrel action going in their bullpen with a righty and a lefty. Olsen, the lefty, was up in the 5th. He's back up once again, and then Nick Goody has joined him as well. See the numbers for Tomlin, just 77 pitches. Albert hitless, 0 for 2.
Those numbers, third time through, a reason why Francona has some bullpen arms up to back up Josh Tomlin.
Foul back.
Go back to my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Tomlin. Down boys, looking that lower part of the strike zone, whether it's a sinker or cutter, lower part to do some damage.
One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, popped him up, chased it. Ramirez calling for it. One down.
Going to go matchup here. Francona is lefty versus lefty.
So Tomlin's done after 5 1/3. Tyler Olson summoned to get Cole Calhoun with 1 out here in the 6th inning. A pitching change for Cleveland. May not be the last one either. With Nick Goody ready to go in the pen to follow. You got Anderson Simmons on deck. 2-2. We're in the 6th. Series tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. starting with the Cleveland Indians, and then it's off to Houston and then Chicago, the last road trip of the year before finishing off the schedule with a 3-game set against the Seattle Mariners on the 29th. Tomlin 5 1/3, 7 hits, including the home run to Cron. 5 strikeouts and no walks. We said he doesn't walk anybody. He's usually around the plate. More of the same tonight, giving up 2 runs. Tyler Olson pitching in his 25th game. No record.
Fastballs 87 to 90. He'll throw a curveball, slider, and changeup.
Has not allowed a run this year at the major league level through 15 2/3 innings. 15 strikeouts, 3 walks, 12 hits allowed.
So you're basically saying he's due.
Something like that. Picked up off waivers last year from the Kansas City Royals.
There's a lot of breaking balls, even on a 1-0 count against the lefty. He'll throw a curveball often.
1-0.
There it is.
7th round pick by Seattle out of Gonzaga back in 2013. AAA this year, 2-0. 34 games with a 3.21 ERA.
It's one of those times too you have a shot at sitting on a fastball if you're Cole. Got a fastball but expanded the strike zone and chased that one a little bit out of the strike zone.
(3-1). Cole's faced him before. Sacrificed against Olson, so no official at bat against him. Valbuena with the most experience is 0 for 3.
So far this season, he has thrown a fastball on a 3-1 count against a left-handed batter.
Now it misses way outside, a 1-out walk. So Cole's been on board twice with a double and now the walk. Simmons was waiting in the on-deck circle thinking that Tito was going to go back out. Simmons will bat here, 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout looking. It's a big breaking ball.
More likely to see another curve or even potentially a changeup here on an 0-1 count if you're Anthony Simmons.
That's down the line, but foul. Not in front of it.
The odd thing against Olsen, when you look at percentages, 0-2 pitch. It's a right-handed batter. He likes to go to his changeup. There it was, all speed there, down.
Valbuena on deck. 2-2 here in the 6th. Righties hit 280 against them at the major league level. 7 for 25. Lefties 156. Line to short. One hopper to Lindor. Flips it to Ramirez for one. Inning-ending double play. Hard hit by Simmons, but right to the Indian shortstop. We will head to the 7th inning. Still tied at 2.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the Ram Rebel. Make the most of your summer at the Ram Summer Clearance Event going on now.
Top of the 7th. Still tied at 2. Yusmeiro Petit with a 1, 2, 3, 6. Innings back out for the 7th. 9-1-2 coming up for Cleveland. Urshela, Lindor, and Jackson. A couple of fly balls to the warning track in the 6th inning. Kipnis hit his well, but Perez got his off the end of the bat to Upton and left. Giovanni Urshela, the third baseman, 1 for 2, had an RBI double in the 4th. At that point, gave Cleveland a 2-1 lead.
He doesn't miss many spots, but on that fastball he did there.
Off speed, line to left. Couple of good swings by Urshela on the 1-2 count. Leadoff man on board for Cleveland. Brings up Lindor.
Shortstop, number 12, Francisco Lindor.
Lindor tonight 0 for 2. Intentionally walked in the 4th and was stranded.
Lindor's rolled into 11 double plays.
Out toward right center field. Towering shot, chasing Trout back to the wall. That is gone. Lindor with his 31st home run of the season, and Cleveland leads it 4-2.
We talked about that launch angle and how much of a difference it's been this season for Lindor's 31st home run last year. Had a career high 15.
Left fielder, number 26, Austin Jackson.
Yeah, and it got that lift on the baseball.
Austin Jackson 0 for 3 game. Lindor's first hit of the series, a big one, snaps the tie. Out to right field. That's 3 straight hits to start this 7th inning.
Mentioned not often where Yusmeiro Petit misses a spot. He's missed some spots in this inning alone. That's unusual for him.
Nagy out to pay a visit. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
Second baseman, number 11, Jose Ramirez.
Nobody out on a man at first. Jose Ramirez the batter. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a double back in the first. Keenan Middleton up in the Angels bullpen now. Double and 2 groundouts to Cron for Ramirez, so 1 for 3 game.
3 back picks this season for Maldonado tried to get. Jackson stretching out that secondary lead.
Single by Urshela, the number 9 hitter to lead things off here, the 7th, and Lindor not wasting any time. 31st home run of the season.
Now 83 RBI also in the season.
One ball, 2 strikes. Most home runs by a 23-year-old shortstop, Alex Rodriguez, with 42. Next on the list, Francisco Lindor with 31. Nomar with 30. Hanley Ramirez 29. Cal Ripken 27. Two balls, 2 strikes. 25 pitches thrown by Petit. Full count.
Keeps trying to get Ramirez to chase out of the strike zone. Like way after that off-speed pitch. Ramirez is with 65 strikeouts. 548 at bats this season. Coming into the game tonight. Very difficult to strike out.
Jackson started to go, then stopped. This one fouled off. We'll reset it, do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson takes off. Ramirez pulls it foul. Clears the dugout. Or at least the guys from the top step. Jackson goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw down a second. One hop throw, and it gets by Simmons. Jackson, I don't know if he got hurt there on that slide.
Or the baseball hit him.
Picks up the stolen base, 1 out.
Pretty good jump. That one hop throw. More so sliding into the knee. Looked like it vandalized Simmons. Baseball went by him. His knee into his shin.
I think Simmons keeping the glove on his back fooled him into believing the baseball was still in the infield because he never looked up, never got up. Either way, it's a stolen base and a man at second with 1 out. Desmero Petit is out. Keenan Middleton coming in. We are in the 7th. Cleveland up 4-2. By the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. 4-2 Cleveland here in the 7th. 1 out and a man at second base. Keenan Middleton takes over on the mound for Desmero Petit. Middleton pitched last night, went 1 inning.
Now batting for the Indians, designated hitter number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
Jackson standing at second base. It'll be Edwin Encarnacion up. First pitch slider in for a strike. Edwin Encarnacion 0 for 2. A walk, a fly ball to left, and a strikeout. Out toward left field. That's a base hit. It'll fall in there. Being waved around is Jackson. Here comes a throw from Upton. It's cut off by Valbuena. You're not worried about Edwin Encarnacion going to second base. You got to let that throw go through.
And then you could tell by the reaction by Justin Upton. He thought he made the perfect throw, and that was a great angle. He threw that throw in from left field with 8 outfield assists this season. He charged it well, got in good throwing position. Would have been a real close play, but a play potentially at the plate.
It's 5-2 now. Book closed on Petit. Inning in the 3rd with the 3 runs charged to him. Jay Bruce 1 for 3.
Cannot afford to fall any further behind, especially with the bullpen that Cleveland has for a double play ball here.
Out to left. 2 down.
First baseman, number 41, Carlos Santana.
Santana 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a strikeout. Pretty good pitch, not called a strike.
That's a ton of the strike zone there. A changeup all over the lower part of the strike zone.
To 1.
Jones with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and a fastball count. Locate it well, though.
Cron playing in front of Encarnacion at first with 2 outs. Left-handed batter up. That's pulled and passed to down Cron. Encarnacion will stop at second. Fifth hit of the inning for Cleveland. 2 on, 2 outs.
Center fielder, number 22.
Oh, this line past Cron. Hit well by Santana. Again with double digits as far as hits for Cleveland. 10 tonight.
Kipnis, the 8th man to step to the plate here in the 7th inning. With 3 runs in. Bouncer off the plate. Phillips waiting on it. Better hurry with Kipnis. No way he can lay back on that ball with Kipnis running down the line. Infield base hit, and they're loaded up.
You hit off the plate. And really, your only chance is you try to cut that last bounce off and make a quick throw to first.
Ninth man to come up here in the 7th inning. Roberto Perez, and he'll do so with the bases loaded. Encarnacion at third, Santana at second, and Kipnis at first. Nagy out to pay a visit.
Running at first base for the Indians, number 53, Greg Allen.
Pinch runner at first base. Allen takes over for Kipnis. Breaking ball for a strike. Perez, ground out a strikeout, a fly ball to left. 5-2 Cleveland, top of the 7th. Oh, 2.
Yeah, Perez looking back at Tom Howley, and that pitch ran back and got the corner. Maldonado was set way off the plate. So going to back pick at second.
One, two now. Off the plate.
Didn't miss by a lot, but a little bit off the corner though.
Martin Maldonado soothing over tensions. Man of the people, that Martin Maldonado. Two pitch. Bouncing toward third. Valbuena lays back on it. Strong throw across the diamond. Gets it. But a long top of the 7th as the Indians battle around. They score 3 times and lead it 5-2 as we hit to the bottom of the 7th. September 30th with the Mariners in town. Remember, that's a 6:07 start. Fans in attendance will have a chance to win great prizes courtesy of Monster Energy. For more information on Fan Appreciation Day, just go to angels.com. Tyler Olson, who finished off the 7th, or 6th, I should say, is back out there. The Angels will pinch hit Cliff Pennington for Luis Valbuena. With the switch hitter coming up, it would force Olson to either face Pennington or Tito Francona to go to the bullpen. It's the bottom third of the order up. Pennington, Cron, and Maldonado. Figure Maldonado could be pinch hit for as well. Valbuena finishes the game going 0 for 2. Pennington at .262 average this year. 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. 3 for 11 as a pinch hitter. And he takes a strike. One down. Pennington chasing the off-speed pitch. Now Terry Francona will go to the bullpen. Cron coming to the plate. Joe Smith back with the Indians. Will come on in relief to take on C.J. Cron. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cleveland on top. Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the Orange County International Auto Show at the Anaheim Convention Center Thursday, September 28th through Sunday, October 1st. Visit AutoShowOC.com for tickets. Joe Smith takes over on the mound for the Cleveland Indians with 1 out here in the 7th inning. One-time Angel pitching in his 55th overall game, 3-0 with a 3.06 ERA. This will be his 17th appearance with the Cleveland Indians. He's been solid since being picked up with the Toronto Blue Jays. 16 strikeouts, no walks at 14 1/3.
Yeah, he's really had that strikeout pitch going. And C.J. Cron at the plate. Take a look at our tools in the trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. A couple different looks at his home run ball. His last at bat. Got a 2-0 cut fastball. Stayed back on that one well. Got some good lift on that barrel of the bat. And hit that one out well over 400 feet for his 16th home run. 2 RBI game for C.J. Cron.
Couple of hits, couple of runs batted in. 54 on the season now for Cron. Check swing roller Third base side, Smith off the mound. Nice play. 2 down.
Yeah, if Joe Smith doesn't get off the mound, I don't think they're getting Cron at first base. Lands in very good fielding position. Right away covering that left side of the infield. He's able to get himself gathered, and that arm angle he throws that normally anyhow helps him to get that firm throw to first base.
Ben Revere pinch hitting for Martin Maldonado. Two outs, nobody on. No one. Backdoor breaking ball misses. Bouncer toward the middle. Ramirez far to his right. Gloves it. Throws off balance and not going to get Revere. It's an infield base hit.
Revere on base with another hit again. Very solid in this pinch hitting role. Putting the ball in play, hitting the ball up the middle. Ramirez good range. Couldn't get quite enough on that throw to be able to get Revere, who beats it out for an infield hit.
Had a pinch hit single last night. Picks another one up here today. Infield variety. Brandon Phillips at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Doubled in the 5th. 1 for 7 in his career against Joe Smith. Down the line, foul. 0-2.
Maybe 70% of the time, Joe Smith will throw a slider when he's ahead of the count, 0-2 to a right-handed batter.
Is that frisbee slider? One ball, 2 strikes. Joe pitched in 184 games with the Angels, 13-11, a 2.89 ERA. This one slides down to left, right field line, I should say. That's a fair ball. Bruce cuts it off, bobbles it. Phillips will take second, or at least he's going to try to. The throw is offline, hits Phillips, trickles away. Here comes Ben Revere. The throw from Lindor, not in time. That ball hits Tom Hallion.
A lot going on that play.
My, oh my. Bobble hit base runner and a hit umpire. It's 5-3. No RBI for Phillips.
Right down the line, the bobble there from Bruce. trying to firmly throw that in the second. Has a play, but that ball hits Phillips. And then the throw home. So you're going into second, hits the back of the leg of Brandon Phillips, who picked up his second hit in a row. And that baseball got away. Then Revere reads that, head first slide into home.
Could be conceivably a double error on Jay Bruce. The bobble allowing Phillips to go to second, and the throw allowing the run to score.
I don't know what Terry Francona was having them look at there. And I guess if he touched home plate, Ben Revere, I don't know what else it could have been.
So Trout will come to the plate, representing the tying run. It's 5-3.
That's what you want. Trout to come up here, potentially tie the game up. Though this 1 for 7 versus former teammate Joe Smith for Trout.
1 for 7 in his career against Joe.
He's running the fastball in very well against Trout. Hit it again.
They're only giving Bruce 1 error. Phillips at second. Trout, little flare out to right field. This might fall in again. It does. Fair ball. Phillips will score. Trout on his way to second. Bruce bobbles it again. And it's a 1-run deficit, 5-4.
He jammed him again. Another fastball in, but flared it and landed right by that line in right field. All of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. Going back inside. Jammed him. This time it falls in for a double for Trout. 24th double. Brandon Phillips was the 4th run of the game, 2nd of the inning.
A couple of Flair Master Generals with 2 outs.
The Nature Boy, be proud of those swings.
And Justin Upton coming to the plate. Upton 2 for 8 in his career against Joe Smith. I'm waiting for Terry Francona to just put Jay Bruce over here down the right field line, just in case.
Or move an infielder out there. Upton last night, mammoth home run. Cody Allen ended up one hopping into that Sherman Williams can. It's been very good this season with runners in scoring position. 359 with 75 RBI.
Trout at second base, the tying run. And Frisbee slider in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Upton tonight 2 for 3, a double, single, and a ground out.
Likes to run that fastball in on a right-handed batter after that slider away. See if he goes back inside or goes back. There he is inside.
Ground ball toward the hole. Cut off by Urshela. He straightens up, fires across, and they get Upton by half a step for the 3rd out. The Angels do strike for 2. 2 of the 3 that Cleveland put on the board. At the top of the inning, it's 5-4 Indians as we head to the 8th.
last half inning to pull within one as Eduardo Paredes heads into the ball game, trying to hold this one as the Indians lead at 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning. Ken French back with you. Don't forget, following the game, it's Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Moz dealers. Myself, Jose Mota, Tim Salmon, Alex Curry, bringing all the highlights and interviews from this one. Hopefully, tell you about some really good stuff here in the later innings. But of course, Ricky Nolasco pitched good early, 5 solid innings, just 2 earned runs. And CJ Cron, he's been a bright spot offensively for the Halos. Hit a solo shot, his 16th of the year, tying a career high. Also added an RBI single. And of course, we'll keep you posted on all the scores around the league as they pertain to the American League wild card race. But right now, we send it back inside to Victor and Gooby for the top of the 8th, guys.
Nice to line French as we start this 8th inning. You mentioned Eduardo Paredes takes over for Keenan Middleton. Paredes pitching his 15th Major League game. 0-1 with a 2.89 ERA. He's going to face 9, 1, and 2. Urshela, Lindor, and Jackson, these same 3 guys that came up to start the 7th against Yusmeiro Petit.
Yeah, Urshela's really had a real good game, both in the field and at the plate tonight for Cleveland. Paredes challenging with a fastball, 93.
Urshela started off the rally for Cleveland in the 7th with a base hit to left on a 1-2 count. A couple of hits tonight. Slider in there, 0-2. Pennington takes over at third base. Pinch hit for Luis Valbuena. Juan Crowderall takes over behind the plate. Revere pinch hit for Maldonado. 0-2. Fastball misses. And I think that's touching the zone, is it not?
Pretty good spot.
Two popped up. Foul territory. Cone. Over near the railing, makes the catch. 1 out. Brings up Lindor. Oh, 1. Lindor, 2-run home run in the 7th, 31st of the year.
What a season he is having for Cleveland. 83 RBI along with those 31 home runs. 40 doubles, 4 triples.
Fouled off. And this is go back to that home run after Lindor hit it. Immediately after he hit it, looks back to Maldonado, maybe saying, yeah, he should have intentionally walked me again. And he runs the bases. He comes around and has a couple more words for Martin.
Pretty sure that Martin Maldonado didn't decide to walk him, though.
No, for sure. But I think that's just, I don't think there's anything to that other than guys that know each other kind of chirping. Because it tends to happen on occasion.
You see that a lot more.
2-2, skied foul. Cron over. Foot race. Paredes. That burst of speed.
Yes, he did. That's a good feed, too, for C.J. Cron. Let him to be able to get that speed going, a smile on his face.
Like a downhill runner in the NFL.
Brandon Phillips having a little smile with that one also. Cutting that angle down, and all of a sudden, he saw that goal line. Runs down and beats Lindor.
That's a veteran, knowing
Yes.
that Paredes is out of gas right now after sprinting to first base.
Yeah.
Austin Jackson 1 for 4. Single, stole a base, and scored a run in the 7th. 0-1.
A little slider. 88-mile-an-hour slider for Paredes.
Pujols, Calhoun, Simmons coming up for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th. Figured Joe Smith will at least start the 8th. And that's fouled off. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, early on, Jackson used to get him to try to chase breaking balls out of the strike zone. He's really shortened up on his swing. He's been solid for Cleveland this year. Very good pickup for Cleveland.
Time called. Time for the 0-2 meeting. I think the conversation usually goes like, what do you want to throw? Well, what do you want me to throw?
Let's put down a number, and I'm going to strike him out here.
Yeah. 0-2. Fastball. A little bit upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that's 3 straight fastballs.
Surprised he hasn't tried to get him to chase a slider out of the strike zone yet.
Another fastball. I think if you're going to do that, I think you got to bust him in.
Yeah.
I think Austin Jackson's one of those guys that has that swing kind of up the middle the other way.
The only thing you run into danger if that's not something you're comfortable going inside with a fastball, it drifts out, then all of a sudden they add a run on.
Slider. So now he's seeing everything middle away. That's where you don't want a hitter, is in the comfort zone.
No. And when a hitter's looking out over the plate and he's comfortable looking out over the plate, you have to make a perfect pitch to get him out.
Out towards center field. Boy, with another fastball. Again, for whatever reason, decided to go back to it. And Austin Jackson picks up a 2-out single. He's in score, or 2-out double, I should say. He's in scoring position.
And dealing with one of the best run producers in the American League coming to the plate now. Went fastball, drifted out over the plate, 94, but it was down. Stayed back on it well, shortened up on a swing, and he lined that one.
Why not throw that pitch in so it runs in off the plate? Started in,
started
run
in.
it in.
And even if you miss off the plate in.
Socha's coming out, and that's going to be it for Paredes. A pitching change. Blake Parker coming on in relief with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. The Angels down a run. With MLB.tv every night on every device. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.tv for details. 2 outs here in the 8th. It is 5-4 Cleveland. Man at second base, and Blake Parker takes over. This will be his 68th appearance. Last pitched on Friday against Texas. Went 2 innings, had 3 strikeouts. 6 saves on the year. Trying to keep this a 1-run deficit. Jose Ramirez the batter. 1 for 4. First one down low.
Start him off with a splitter.
One. 2 balls, 1 strike. Seattle has scored a run in the 8th inning. It's 8-6 Texas. Alex Claudio coming on in relief to try to get the 6-out save. Minnesota lost earlier today. The Angels, with a victory, would find themselves a half game back in the second wild card. A loss, and they remain a game and a half back. Two on.
Pretty healthy hack at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Think about how important this game is. Yasmari Petit brought in with a tie game. Blake Parker brought in down by 1 to try to keep it just a 1-run deficit. So she's trying to whatever it takes to win this game tonight.
2-2 pitch. Had him out in front. Talk about spoiling a good pitch.
I don't know how he fouled that one. Splitter just barely got a piece of it to keep his at-bat alive.
Encarnacion on deck. Another 2-2. Ground ball foul. It's one of those situations out of Magic, Gooby, that you're on the mound facing a guy that's hitting over 400 in the month of September. You've thrown some unbelievable pitches and he has spoiled them. It's like, what do you do now?
Go to that Rod Cruz school of pitching, throw it down the middle, have him line out to somebody.
Full count.
Or you take your chances on righty versus righty matchup. See if he'll chase something out of the strike zone. Even though Encarnacion is on deck, one of the best as far as driving in runs.
Here's the payoff pitch. Ramirez flips one out to left field. That'll fall in and will bring home a run. Ramirez trying for second to throw from Upton. A good one, and Ramirez is out. But they get the RBI. And they pick up the run, so it's a 2-run deficit As Terry Francona will have his guys take a look at it and then make the determination as to whether or not they're going to challenge it. No real argument from Ramirez at second base.
And this is a good piece of hitting once again. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. One of the best in the game the last couple of seasons in that category. Hand came off the base.
No challenge whatsoever from Terry Francona. He does come off the base here. Eventually, there it is. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-4 Cleveland. The Angels 10 hits for the Halos. Multi-hit games by Phillips and Upton, as well as Cron. Cron with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Now they'll have to try to do it in the 8th and 9th innings and come back. They scored twice last half inning. Unfortunately for the Angels, over the last 2 games, Gooby, while they've scored late in games, bullpen hasn't been able to hold it.
And that's something that hasn't been the case for a long period of time this season. Talked about that in the past as far as that run differential, especially in the 9th inning.
Pujols, Calhoun, and Simmons. Action in the Indians bullpen. Breslow being one of them, the lefty. Brian Shaw the other. Now we're trying to pull that slider. He's been a little bit pull happy of late since that 9-game hitting streak came to an end. He's 0 for 3 tonight. That's driven out towards center field. Hit well. Allen giving chase near the warning track at the wall. Gone! Big fly for Albert Pujols. Halos down 1.
Boy, and Albert absolutely crushed that baseball to center field. Talk about staying back on the baseball. That time got a fastball. They had to chase him a slider out of the strike zone from Joe Smith. Tried to run that fastball back. 87 right down the heart. Joe Smith knew it. 102-mile-an-hour exit velocity off of that fastball. Barrel of the bat is Albert. Goes yard against Joe Smith. First home run ever against Joe Smith. 396 different pitchers for Albert Pujols to homer against.
Going up the middle, not trying to pull that pitch. A pitching break here. Looks like Breslow's coming in to face Cole Calhoun. We're in the 8th inning. The Angels down 1. Inning, no ball to out. Albert Pujols with a leadoff home run chasing Joe Smith at 6-5 Cleveland. Cole Calhoun will come to the plate to face Craig Breslow. This will be his 35th appearance of the season. 1-1 with a 4.72 ERA. It'll be his 5th appearance since being signed as a free agent.
Fastball, 87-92, although curveball, slider, changeup. So impressive for Albert to homer off of Joe Smith, mentioned earlier. 396 different pitcher he's homered against. That's 5th best all time in that category.
Breslow had been with the Minnesota Twins prior to being let go. First one on the way. That is down and in. Cole tonight, a double, a strikeout, and a walk. Calhoun 0 for 2 in his career. A grounder and a line out against Breslow. Two balls, no strikes.
Borderline pitch called a strike. Cole didn't like the call.
That was out of the strike zone. 2-1 instead of 3-0. It should be 3-0.
See where this pitch is located, just below the strike zone.
Three and one. Breslow's been around, 37-year-old from New Haven, Connecticut. Went to the big leagues for the first time with the Padres back in 05. Simmons on deck. 3-1 pitch to Cole, and he works the walk. Nobody out, tying run at first.
Imagine here comes Terry Francona again. A couple times lefties coming in unable to get the lefty-lefty combo.
Shaw, who pitched last night, come in to face Andrelton Simmons with nobody out. Angels down a run. Another pitching change. We are in the 8th. 6-5 Cleveland. Donations to be able to provide disaster relief immediately. Help people affected by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma by visiting redcross.org or texting the word Red Cross to 90999 to make a donation of $10. And our thoughts and prayers to those in the island nation of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Who, many especially many in Major League Baseball, have yet to be in touch with family members on the island, with Hurricane Maria having just gone through there. Brian Shaw pitching for the second consecutive night, 74 games, 4-5 with a 3.42 ERA. Good numbers against Andrelton Simmons. They got him last night on a little comeback back to the mound. Calhoun's at first, nobody out.
And you can steal off of Shaw. 3 stolen base and 3 attempts against him this season.
First one's down low.
Go back the last 4 seasons against Shaw. 24 stolen base and 28 attempts.
Fouled off.
It's surprising that Andrelton Simmons doesn't have good numbers against Shaw, considering he throws a lot of those pitches, cutters, upper part of the strike zone, and Andrelton Simmons, throughout his career, especially the last couple of seasons, has crushed pitches in the upper part of the strike zone.
Little flare out toward right center field. Allen with good speed. Got a good jump on him. Makes the catch, 1 out. Cole back to first.
Or he ended up getting to that baseball right. He's in right center field. He's a center fielder. Good closing speed and outstanding play. No one's showing that speed. He would get underneath that baseball and make the play on that one.
Cliff Pennington pinch hit and struck out in the 7th. One for one in his career, a double against Shaw. Foul back, 1-2. Two down. So it'll be C.J. Cron coming up with 2 outs. Calhoun still at first base. This is what C.J. did back in the 5th inning.
Got ahead of the count. 2-0. Serious damage on that 2-0 pitch. Way out for Cron. 16th home run of the season. He's had a big game already.
Had a single with a run scored against Shaw last night. He 2 for 2 in his career.
And that was a cut fastball from Tomlin that Cron hit out. Shaw throws a lot of cutters. .95. Throwing that cutter off the inside corner to bring it back on the corner.
Two and one. Shaw ready, 2-1 pitch on the way. Cron went around 2-2.
Be surprised if he didn't try that high fastball once again.
2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. This one out to shallow right. Ramirez going out. Bruce coming in. Ramirez calling for it and makes an interesting catch there at the last second for the third out. The Angels get a run on the Pujols leadoff home run. We will head to the ninth inning with the Angels down a run.
Now with number 614 of his career, 396 different pitcher he has homered against. He's down by 1.
It is 6-5 Cleveland. Blake Parker, who ended up finishing off the 8th, is back out here for the 9th. Encarnacion, Bruce, and Santana due up for Cleveland. Encarnacion had a single with an RBI in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 on the evening. He's also picked up a walk. Ball on a strike. One and 2. Texas about to close out Seattle at Safeco. So they will pick up their second consecutive win. More importantly, they will find themselves 2.5 back of the Minnesota Twins, the second wild card spot.
That'd be the 5th straight loss for Seattle.
One, 2. Skied on the infield. Anderson Simmons calls off Clint Pennington. 1 down.
fielder, number 32, Jay Bruce.
Jay Bruce, a 1 for 4 game, single with a run scored in the 4th. Nobody's warming for Cleveland, so I guess maybe Shaw. Cody Allen pitched last night.
Yep.
In a non-save situation, although he was up for a save situation until the Indians scored 3 in the 9th. So Francona ended up pitching him. Halos at 9-1-2 due up in the 9th inning. 0-1. That's lined towards center. Glove by Simmons, shading him up the middle.
That was a rocket up the middle. Even though he was shaded up the middle, that baseball was right at him quickly. Runs that one down for Hamilton Simmons. See exactly where he is playing. Liner. Still able to make the play on it. Fastball down, stayed back on it well, Bruce did. Almost went through the webbing.
That game's not over yet in Seattle. Tying run at the plate with 2 outs in the 9th. Here's Carlos Santana, 2 outs, nobody on. Santana, 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3.
Good splitter there.
Scheduled in the 9th, it's Gratterall spot, Phillips and Trout. A 1. A ball, 1 strike. Figure Caleb Coward get an opportunity to pinch hit. Foul tipped into the mid. 1-2. Mariners end up losing that game. That's their 5th consecutive loss. So the Texas Rangers right on the Angels' heels.
And Texas just 1 game under 500 now. 75 and 76.
Kansas City 3.5 back. Two. Full count. Greg Allen's on deck.
Pretty patient team for coming in with a 340 on base percentage as a team.
Parker's ready. Now the payoff pitch to Santana. Got him looking. Gratterall will apply the tackle. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. 9-1-2. That 2 is Mike Trout.
Just looking for some base runners for Trout to do his magic in the 9th. Chance to pick up a full game on Minnesota with a comeback.
of the ninth inning, Gary Cook Jr. is going to pinch hit for Juan Gratterall with the Angels down by the score of 6-5. Brandon Phillips and then Mike Trout. Angels just looking for a base runner to start. First one on the way. It is in there for a strike. Young at 265 average this year. 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter. 1 for 3 in his career against Brian Shaw.
Real good speed too. Put a lot of pressure on the defense.
1-1. Urshela playing in near the grass. Santana about even with the bag at first. And action in both bullpens. 1-1. 2-1.
Again, trying to get on base. Good situational hitter on deck, and Brandon Phillips, if EY Jr. gets on base here.
Tough pitch to a left-handed batter. Little cut fastball up and in. 2-2. Down goes Young. 1 out.
That tough cut fastball to pitch before upstairs. That fastball cutter away at 95. He's trying to put it in play, unable to make contact.
Phillips 2 for 4, double and a single. He's also scored a run.
A few breaking balls that Shaw has thrown. A lot of cutters. He will throw a slider.
Brandon Phillips 4 for 5 in his career against Shaw.
Maybe that's why you'll try a slider.
Mix it up a little bit.
Back to the cutter. 19 pitches thrown for Shaw, 13 of them strikes.
One. Off speed pitch 1-2. Phillips bounces this one to third. Urshela's got it. 2 down. So the Angels down to the last out. It'll be Trout coming up.
Center fielder, number 27.
1 for 6 in his career with 3 walks against Shaw.
Will throw some of those cut fastballs, start them off the inside part of the plate to try to bring in the inside corner.
Well, he faced him last night. Hit that hard shot to Ramirez at second base. Santana way off the line at first. Trout flared a double, picked up an RBI down the right field line in the 7th inning. His only hit of the game, 1 for 4. First one on the way. And that's in there for a strike.
There was that cut fastball inside.
upstairs. Trout gets on base somehow. Upton will get an opportunity. Here's the 1-1. Went down and chased that breaking ball. 1-2.
Hard slider.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. $13 hits for Cleveland, 11 for the Angels. Two now, and got him swinging. Indians take game 2 by the final of 6-5.
Shaw with a nasty cutter there to be able to finish off Mike Trout at 1-2-3. Ninth inning to pick up the save. It's time to take a look at our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Francisco Lindor. 2-run home run in the 7th, broke a 2-2 tie, his 31st home run of the season. It's 15 all of last year, that big 2-run home run. Difference in this game for Cleveland as they win the 2nd game of this 3-game set. A close one, 6-5 tonight.
6-5 the final. Stick around. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.